Hello, Musto 0063 back for part 7 of Mega Man Day in Limelight 2. Last time I cleared the 2 remaining Doc Robots stages, taking out Doc's Ice, Bomb, Fire and Cut, and that brings us to the Wily Fortress. So I'm actually going to change characters and just, I don't plan on showing off the Wily Saucer an awful lot, but I will clear the first screen of the first stage just to show off how it all works. And yeah, well, without any further ado, let's go take on Wily's Fortress. And the intro is as quick as it was in the original game. As you can see, you don't get any kind of new teleport animation when it comes in, but yeah, this is how the Wily Saucer works. So it can float. It's not really a person, is it? But he has 2 attacks. It can launch these spark shocks, which you can kind of see here, and they kind of go home in on enemies, and it does a super lot amount of damage. So I wish I could do a better job of kind of getting a rhythm here and taking this out. So that's one of its attacks. The other attack is it can launch these bombs, and as you can see, they can also break apart the barriers. So yeah, 2 kind of attacks. So you can just kind of like cream enemies from above. It's a super powerful little character, for want of a better word, to control, and yeah, bit game breaking. But as you can see, some limitations. It's actually too fat to fit in through there, and yeah, I don't plan on doing too much else with the Wily Saucer, but at least shows it off. And well, the end of the first screen. Why on earth am I selecting Bubbleman? Yeah, this is why. Couldn't really get too far on this screen without Bubbleman. And that was terrible. Not paying attention to what's happening above. Yeah, Bubbleman obviously makes absolutely perfect sense in this section. It would be incredibly hard to traverse this area without Bubbleman. You'd have to kind of like continually get hit, as I seem to be doing a fine job of doing, by the way. And also, you can see here, can't actually climb out of Bubbleman. But yeah, if you weren't using him, you'd have to be really clever in getting hit all the way along. And yeah, you're probably going to die. So yeah, I'd certainly recommend Bubbleman for that. So yeah, Crushman required to break through these barriers, or indeed the Wily Saucer. That would have also worked. After some health here, I'm not getting it. Damn. But yeah, and I'm probably back to kind of using my probably go-to character now, Metal Man. He just is, yeah, super awesome. And as I say, I will be kind of trying to make use of lots of different characters while going through the Wily Fortress area. A lot of the time, it will be kind of necessary, as you can see there with with Bubbleman. God, these bloody mechs. But yeah, there are going to be times when I'm actually certainly going to want to call on Woodman and other characters. So yeah, Metal Man though is my go-to character for obvious reasons. Some health would be good. Oh, do not like taking these things out with a metal blade though. So one kind of one of the few downsides. The metal blades just go over their heads, and it's kind of annoying to hit them. I'll let that one just die down the pit because I don't fancy on taking it out. Oh yes, this wonderful section. As you can see here, the water kind of raises you up, and if you drop, and what you need to kind of do here is be very careful and clever with your timing so that you can hit certain enemies and not get hit yourself. So yay, health. But yeah, be very careful. Obviously, as you can see here, when dropping down, you do kind of drop down quite a bit when switching from water gush to water gush. So yeah, be careful that you're not dropping to such a height that you end up dropping into a pit. Like I was taking a few too liberties there by going up quite so high, but yeah, it still worked out for the best anyway. See if we can take that hammer Joe out from a distance. Otherwise, you're going to be right in the way and a pain to deal with. Again, Metal Man's just ability to fire metal blades diagonally upwards is super helpful here. I don't know if I'm actually keep screwing myself over here by keep scrolling off screen. That's probably not helping any. Of course, what I could have done here is break those barriers apart with Crash Bomb, and that would have kind of been a little bit of help, but oh well. I'm going to have to use Crash Man to break through that barrier though. And I am actually going to select Quick Man, because I'm a bit paranoid, and just, whoa! With good reason, I'm going to land on this block, hopefully, and jump like that, yeah. I probably could have stayed as Quick Man there, but well, let's switch to Metal Man. I've got a feeling it's going to be quite useful again. yeah, paranoid on that area, but I think for good reason. I do not want to kind of drop down and off that water spout and find that I get kind of screwed over. If you go quick, there's lots of time there, so provided you know what the pattern of the invisible reappearing disappearing blocks are, it's not too bad. Just don't set off too late, or you will find yourself in a bit of a pickle. I'm going to reset that, and then drop down, and hopefully do a better job of yeah, getting myself set. I'd like to shoot down if possible and get some health, but oh well, the thing blew up before I could. You know what? I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to ignore those blocks. They're just going to be a pain in the neck. The little things, the enemies that they're spouting out here, I actually just killed it before you could really see, but they actually just kind of bounce, as you can clearly see, across the water. So, yeah. Whoa! Bad timing. So, yeah, provided you're underwater, they're not too much of a threat. Terrible timing there. Went way too early before the reappearing disappearing block appeared. Oh, health, yay! Let's just hope I don't get hit before I get to it. Am I going to get hit again? Probably again. Oh, terrible. The boss isn't so bad, but, nah. That was a terrible showing. And, yeah, well, while we're here, I don't intend on using the Wily Saucer, but, yeah, let's just use it and refill. If you're wondering what the energy capsules, or the weapon energy capsules going through the game were, when you're thinking, well, Robot Masters, their abilities aren't really going to, you know, drain. So, yeah, that's one of the uses, obviously, of the weapon capsules. And, yeah, we're choosing Bubbleman. This boss should look reasonably familiar to those of you who are familiar with Mega Man 3. And, of course, again, being underwater, Bubbleman is a particularly good person, or particularly good Robot Master for this boss fight. His maneuverability and speed underwater just make him an obvious choice. Metal Man, I think, would also be very good in the sense that you can shoot metal blades in any which way direction, and you know they would be very helpful. But I say Bubbleman, just because of his maneuverability and the fact that he can actually capture some of these pellet shots and you know in bubbles themselves, and to avoid extra danger, just makes him, well, for me, the absolute standout choice. During each phase, that was bad. The different colours for the little shell enemies that kind of get spat out every time. But sometimes, or the green ones, they just kind of go down and that's it. The red ones kind of go down and explode, and the grey ones there kind of bounce up and down, and you have to continually be aware of them. This, of course, is a completely new phase that we didn't really see during the original boss fight. I could be screwed here. Oh no, I've got out of it as well. And yeah, well, again, Bubbleman just kind of does a pretty good job of creating them. You can shoot the bubble lead in quick succession, and it's super easy. Now, be careful. If the little enemy here grabs you like this, you need to wriggle free. And if he gets you on that broken pipe, it's a one-hit KO. Yay, not nice. But, as I say, if it does grab you, then just kind of mash all the buttons and you'll be able to wriggle free, reasonably straightforward. And, yeah, again, Bubble Lead. It does take, despite the fact that he only looks like he's got one hit point there, he does take quite a few hits to finally bring down. But Bubble Lead, again, as you saw there, does an effectively, or a very good job of it. First stage done, and it's slightly disappointing that every single time I have to go back to the Wily Castle on this. I can't remember whether that actually happened in the original, in the Mega Man Day and the Limelight, the first game. Not quite sure, can't remember. But anyway, a minor inconvenience. Let's press on with Wily Stage 2. And now we're out of the water, and a particularly slow-moving character. I'm going to switch, and I'm actually going to switch to Quick Man because his speed and manoeuvrability is going to be super useful when he's not clipping through ladders for some weird reason. For this level. I won't use him all the time. You might have an idea of, just from those little spark generate enemies, an idea who else I'm going to use. I'm going to use him now. But I wouldn't have been able to use wood right off the bat because I actually can't climb ladders with Woodman. So yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that right off the bat. But yeah, this section is kind of annoying from memory. Just these like spark generators that you kind of have to feel like you continually have to plug. Those giant lasers, which are not one-hit kills, but near enough. And yeah, you want to avoid them at all costs. I don't know exactly whether they are like two-hit kills or what, but yeah, if they hit you, they hurt a lot. So yeah, stay the hell away from them. And Woodman's obviously is very useful for plugging these little spark generators. He's also very good for deflecting the shots as well if you just keep the shield on. So yeah, Woodman seems to be a pretty good standout choice for this area. I'm actually doing an amazingly good, or for me anyway, job on this, because I don't particularly like this screen at all. I tend to get hit an absolute crap ton. But it's going surprisingly well at the moment. Be careful that the lasers do kind of... I don't want to say that they turn on and off like super often, but oh well, there we are. First hit had to come eventually, didn't it? But yeah, they don't turn off on and off like super often, but you know, do be wary of them. Oh god, god, god! Run, 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 run! See, I got hit quite a bit there at the end, but actually that's not bad. I'm quite pleased with that area. That's quite a pain in the neck. That area, don't particularly like it at all. Since we've got these little platforms that maybe I'll just jump up without it. Yeah, these little platforms that open and shut. Quick's probably going to be very useful here in the sense that well, he's just a character that I can you know, get through areas particularly quickly on. So not screw this up horribly or get crushed. Yeah, keep firing the weapon and you'll eventually shove those blocks out of the way. Careful there. Don't get hit by the lasers. And now we're in for a fun time. And again, yeah, as you can perhaps immediately see, Quick is going to be super useful for this section because I can run like the wind. You obviously do need to be careful, as you can clearly see there, with the fake outs of some of the blocks. Sometimes they are real, sometimes they are fake. And that is not a good position at all. In fact, I might just wait for that block to try and get a little bit more out of my way so I can make that jump. Phew. We're obviously dealing with, you know, one-hit KOs here with spikes on the floor. And these bloody bees. And that was not the position I wanted to see them come in. Wanted them much, much lower down. So as you can see here, it's kind of maybe a good idea to like test the water and see which blocks, you know, here are, you know, fake, if you will, and which are actually ones you can stand on. But anyway, yeah, those blocks breaking apart should give you an idea who the boss is. And well, if you're again familiar with the original Mega Man 3, you'll know who the boss is, or at least the variant of the boss. And I'm going to probably take a few hits here, but yeah, I am going to use Airman because that seems to do an exceptionally good job of taking him out quite quickly. Here's the Yellow Devil, obviously. He works pretty similar to how he does before. He'll obviously have a few new tricks, as we know, as this kind of game's obviously going to throw in a few new ideas and whatnot, but yeah. Yellow Devil, he splits the pass, he makes himself an annoying, you know, nuisance, and yeah. Obviously, as you can see here, different. These ones will be completely undodgeable, but what I can do, or what I'd like to do here, is use Quick Man to quickly shoot those blocks away and clear a path. Now, am I going to get lucky, or am I going to get screwed? Oh, I could get lucky, yay! That little eye there could appear on either side, and yeah, if I'm over on the wrong side, if you will, then it's very difficult with Airman's manoeuvrability to actually get over there to hit him. So yeah, I got a 50-50 decision right. I thought, hey, I'm going to go over to the left-hand side and shoot, and what do you know, it worked. And yes, it is going to do it again. Yay! If I can get it right one more time, then we will get down to his final phase. After which I will switch characters because he's a pain, or I will at least maybe demonstrate why he's a pain to hit in his final phase with Airman. And yeah, promptly switch characters. That was terrible. Gotcha! And I am ecstatic about that. So, let me, yep, get out of the way and try and demonstrate. He's not so bad to hit the first time. But now, let me try and demonstrate. You really can only kind of hit him when he's kind of, he's like upper eye, unless you want to like take damage. But he's kind of like, it's kind of open such a little time when you're having to jump that energy pellet that it's very, very difficult to actually get him. So what I'm going to do, probably quite predictably, is to switch to Metal Man and hopefully just plug away with Metal Man and get him. Yeah, I recommend air for much of the fight, but certainly for the last part where you need to kind of hit him quickly. And it's very difficult to do with air, particularly the ones at the bottom. The ones at the top, clearly, obviously, but yeah. Either you have to like take damage, or you have to be super kind of lucky with the way the air tornadoes rise up and whatnot, so yeah. Metal Man's a good choice for the final phase. Or practically any other character that would be able to shoot horizontally. That is stage 2 done, and well, we're kind of nearing the end. I perhaps don't want to drag this Let's Play out too much longer. So in the original game I did two Wily Fortress stages at a time, so this time I'm going to do 3 at a time. So let's take on the third stage of this video as well. And let's see if this works. No, didn't think it would. Unfortunately, oh, that did work. So it doesn't here because the little arrow, arrow blocks send the leaf shield down. But if you're far enough over to either the left or the right, presumably, yeah, fine. You can actually sneak by. Good to know. And I'll switch back to my go-to character. If that's okay with you. Whoa! Nearly made a colossal mess of that. Let's take my time over this. It's the fact that they obviously these hammers are actually kind of hitting the obstacles, and or the arrow obstacles are going in a weird direction. It's kind of throwing me off there, but yeah, they're not too bad to deal with. Right, here we have the really kind of annoying enemy generators, and I'm actually going to switch to Quick Man because I think he's his extra speed in this little bit, and manoeuvrability, and terrible gameplay, and his weapon is going to be just very useful for this little area. Metal Man again will be fine, but I just feel like Quick enables me to clear a lot of the areas just a little bit easier. His big, his long jump, both from a height point of view and a distance point of view, make him a very good choice for this area. Whoa, god dang it, that was nearly terrible. I don't care about the energy tank, so let's just progress on. And I can't actually make that jump even with Quick Man, so yeah, we'll use Heat Man to get up. And then we'll time it so we don't get hit by projectiles on the way down. Now, despite Quick's large jump, he actually doesn't seem to be able to clear these giant enemies, unfortunately, so I do have to kind of waste a little bit of time taking them out, but nah, not too bad. This area is very similar to the original game. All these little kind of platforms where you kind of have to jump up and then hang on the ladder, but yeah, it's going to have to be something a bit different here, because that jump is actually too high to make. So, this area and this area is a pain in the neck because of it. I'm going to try and take out these enemies to give myself a bit extra time, because what they're going to have to do is they have to go up here, and then of course Heat Man can't climb ladders, so I have to switch characters to someone who can climb ladders. Bit annoying that bit, but oh well. If you're quick enough, it's not too bad. Jump up here. I could have refilled my Wily saucer, but oh well, Blair. We're already at the boss. Didn't realise how quick this stage was, actually. And what's this? Yep. I'm going to be playing this boss as Bubbleman. Now, in the original, this would have been... Whoa! This would have been Mega Man, with Mega Man clones. But here we have something a bit different. We have Robot Masters, again, from Mega Man 3, and the Mega Man copies basically just choose their ability, or have their abilities. 2 at a time, so that was Needle and Snake. Only one of these is actually hittable. I think it's completely at random. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. Yeah, I hate this kind of second one, I must admit. Gemini and Shadow are just a pain in the neck. Yeah, but it seems to be completely random which ones actually is the Mega copy that actually takes damage. This is absolutely terrible, and I apologise for that. But yeah, I hate that one. It does seem to be completely random which one is actually attackable. Yeah, sometimes they're easier than others. Oh, get out. And if you're lucky and you get one where Bubble actually can also just cream the... Damn it! I'm going to die. Great. I might get lucky if they both go round to the right. Might get lucky depending on who this last one is. Oh, no. Yes, I'm going to get lucky, I think, because I can just stand here and pummel away, and the bubble lead will also take away the get rid of the hard knuckle. Unfortunately, magnet missile goes in a horizontal goes vertically as well and will kill me. But yeah, sorry, my commentary on that fight was absolutely atrocious, but it's kind of hectic. I do kind of love it, and it may look like I took damage a lot there, and I did, but it's a hell of a fight actually. I say it does go easier depending on which one is, attackable. As you say, the very first one during, I can't remember who that was now. No idea off the top of my head. Can't think that far back. But I got really lucky. The second, I think it was fourth was anyway. The patterns were terrible, and I should finish this sentence because I don't know where I'm going with the Robot Masters. I've forgotten exactly which ones appeared when, but yeah. Might be worth re-watching that fight and finding out what was going on there. Yeah, kind of completely lost focus, and I've got no idea what the patterns were at all. Apologies for that, and my commentary on that boss was atrocious. Yeah, that's the third stage done, and yeah, well, there are 3 left. Spoiler alerts. Yeah, that 5 there you see is not the final. It's not the final stage, but yeah, I shall save that for next time. And yeah, hope you join me for the finale of Mega Man Day and the Limelight 2. Until then, cheerio.